but you know how that goes.
Yeah.
It's been on the contract before and it fell through financing, but hopefully this one's all right.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Felix, he showed up.
Here we go.
Hey,
What's going
buddy.
on?
We're present.
What's up, guys? How y'all doing? Good morning.
Good morning.
This is Forrest. Can you hear me?
Hey,
Yes.
Forrest.
Hey, Forrest.
What's up, Forrest? Good morning.
Good morning.
Man, I'm learning to deal with this thing over here, man. This is crazy.
So what, Will?
I'm
gotta step
learning
away,
to
be right
deal
back.
with this thing in here. Tina, you look good today, man. How you doing?
Thank you. Hey, man, I'm present. I've been climbing the wall,
President
but
of the class, huh?
like I went turkey hunting Tuesday afternoon and by myself, well, my grandson, all for a distance. And then we went fishing a little while yesterday afternoon for about 2
That's
hours.
nice. Yeah, we went fishing yesterday too. That didn't go too well, but we tried. But we had a turkey in the neighborhood. I wanted to shoot it, but Minion told me not to. But I guess that was.
Listen, we don't want to go and pick you up out of jail, okay? For God's sake.
No, I know. I was just kidding. You know, I've been in quarantine now for 2 weeks. I'm getting a little wild here.
Yeah, starting to rehab your own house. Yeah,
I mean, we are, so, but that is not enough, you know.
that's what we've been doing in our house. It's everything's, you know, put away or whatever and pull out a little something to use and that kind of thing.
Yeah, but I mean, Home Depot and those are packed right now. I guess that's the only place where you can go. I never thought I would be excited to go and buy frog tape, but I mean, I guess that's time.
Oh God. That's pretty funny.
I know it's bad. It's bad.
My son is literally climbing the walls.
I mean, I'd do it if I could, but yeah.
So, Santa, who's the people that are going to show their properties today?
Well, Shelley just showed one. Did you miss
Well,
that?
I was just testing.
Okay, all right, I got you.
Because we're not starting until 2 more minutes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we need to try to get
just
Tracy on too, and Susan. I didn't see any advertisement whatsoever for this.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah.
The
I
email.
Okay, I haven't received the email on my phone.
Not a current, not one current, you know, not in a little while, but there was
I hadn't got one since Tuesday
2
this
days,
past
2
week.
days ago.
I haven't received email whatsoever, and I usually get 15 to 20, 10 to 15 a day, and I haven't not received one since last Tuesday on my phone, which is fantastic. But Susan they usually put something on a meetup, and that way it goes on.
She did 2 days ago. 2 days ago.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Well, that was good. I didn't miss it.
Yep.
Great.
That's how I got in, you know.
Well, yeah. Eden had texted it, sent it out text.
So how y'all projects going on with this virus thing?
Oh God.
How's what?
The projects.
Oh, fine, as usual.
Yeah, I think we have even more focus now because we're both here. So, yeah, I would say even better.
That's good. I have to stop everything because of that. So all my projects are completely in hold right now, unfortunately. Yeah.
But you said you got 3 that you got ready for sale?
Yeah, we have 3 on the market and we are fixing 2. But until I don't want to keep going and maybe run out of money. So I want to wait until at least the market come back with this virus thing going on and work again.
Well, from when I'm looking at the MLS, I kind of look at it every day and see how many houses go contingent on a daily basis. And to me, it looks like it's dropped about 20%.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which isn't bad, really.
No.
But there's still people, putting offers on the house every single day. You know?
Yeah.
It used to be about 60. Now it's like about 40. You know. So.
I mean, I guess we are all affected in different ways. Some more than others. Yeah.
So it dropping 20%, what's it
Well, I mean,
creating the market to
it
do?
changes day to day. I mean, yesterday it was 40, but I haven't done all the math on it, just kind of eyeballed it and thought it was 20-25%.
Or what's it gonna create by that dropping and falling or,
Probably more inventory for sure, but
yes?
but there's no inventory anyway, so that's probably not going to hurt anybody.
Oh
Right.
yeah, it is inventory. If the market would not be like that, I mean, people send me stuff every day. And it's actually good deals, but because of this market, like the situation with the virus, it's nothing that I personally can do. But it is some inventory out there.
Yeah, and it's probably will just be more and more.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
And
it might be good deals for us. You know, maybe people are going to drop some prices and.
The wholesalers is getting really anxious because nobody's buying anything. I think that this is the time to buy.
Yeah.
No, and I think this virus shows that the weaknesses in some business models, right? You know, if you don't have an alternative for in dining, for example, if you don't have takeout or curbside, then you're gone. If you're only wholesaling, that's tough too. So it's always good to have a bunch of strategies in your pocket.
Yeah.
Gyms or whatever.
But remember, the only thing that wholesalers like to do is find the property, put a price, and pass it on. They don't know how to flip. They don't know how to put in hold. They don't know how to hold the property. Like that, and if they don't see the property moving, they get desperate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's. I mean, I think this is the right time to buy. I think.
They'll probably, and they might just wholesale it to you for next to nothing. You know?
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I'll make $500 here. Just take it.
Yeah, give it to me. Yeah, let me go.
Believe it or not, in 2011 was like that. When I bought some of the duplexes, the wholesalers was making $500,000, no more than that. And that's why it's so strange to me now when we're gonna get a property from a wholesaler want to make 5,000, and they still shopping around to see who going to pay them more. But in 2010, wholesaler was make $500, $600, $1,000 maximum. They was not making much. Yeah.
That's not very good.
I mean, it could be half the rent for someone. I don't know. Better than nothing.
Yeah. But on the end, not much people that time knew the seller financing. So those that knew how to do seller financing, I think on the month of July of 2010, I bought about eight houses on the financing from people, saving people out of foreclosure and all that stuff. So it was a good year. It was bad to make a bunch of them, but it was a good year.
One thing that I think is I'm hearing everybody say that it's time to buy, and I completely agree, as long as you've got a big cushion, because we do not know how bad this thing's going to get, and it hasn't even slowed down and getting worse. Like the last 5 days, the deaths have increased 20% every day with no sign of slowing down at all. And I don't mean like a linear 10%. I mean 20%. I mean like an actual compounding 20%.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be at least months before things really pick up. And so you've got to have that cushion. And there's great deals out there, but you got to have that cushion.
No, that's true.
If you're looking, a couple of days ago, I was looking something that came out on my email, and they was compare mathematics with the U.S. and China and Italy, right? So by the numbers, what they were saying is that we are not on a peak of this. We are about to get on a peak of the mountain. Let's say it this way. and they estimate probably in a month and a half. You know, everything should be normal. Let's put it this way. But not before that because no, they
That's
still.
in Italy?
I'm sorry.
That was in Italy or here?
No, here, U.S.
Okay, all right.
According to the numbers of Italy and the numbers on China, you know,
Yes.
of the people getting sick, people that's dying and all that stuff, they estimated that he in U.S. for about a month and a half. We are a month and a half out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We just can hope, I guess, right?
Yes. Yeah. I know Trump was trying to say Easter to give an encouragement, you know.
Yeah, that's probably not.
Yeah,
gonna
but how long are they going to give us encouragement? That's the thing.
Yes,
You know,
that's exactly right. Yeah, but they don't know.
They
Don't
can
know.
give us. I heard that the government going to give us $1,200 per person, but think of this way: if we stay on like this for 5 months, $1,200 is gas money. It's nothing.
Yeah.
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 You know,
Yeah.
it's nothing.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I wanted to shoot the turkey. That's easy.
Yeah.
Then we don't gonna see turkey around anymore, right?
That's the only bird in the season. Yep.
All right,
Have to
Vincent.
go.
How many people we have in there, Vincent?
Hold on, let me check. We have 10 people.
10
Yeah.
people.
10.
11.
10,
How
11,
can I
yeah.
see how many people we have? I don't even know how to do that.
Go
Participants.
to the right and left with at the top. You can see that everybody's name. I put Sweet Spot Properties instead of Shelley. I don't know why, but
Are you on your computer or phone, Will?
I'm on a phone.
Okay. So, second, how do I describe this? So go all
I got it. You just need to move. Yeah, like the Shelley say. That's fine.
yeah, move to the right and left at the top.
So, Santa, Shelley gonna show her property. Who else gonna show the property?
Okay, Shelley's got 2, her and MG's gonna be showing 1, and then Eden.
We're gonna do this first, and then we're gonna jump in the car and drive over to the other one. Hopefully,
Okay.
And that way
MG.
Eden can be showing 1 while they doing
Right.
that.
yeah, because we're gonna
Yeah.
leave.
We can.
You got 2, right? Eden?
Shoot, that's-
Now, me and Minion got 1 that we can show you guys. At least the
Oh.
outside of one of them.
I thought you told me you had 3. Yeah, you tell me you got
No,
1.
no. I mean, we have
What?
2, but the other one, we have some tenants in, so we can't show that. No, we have 1. I don't know where you got that, Santa. I wish I had for you to show.
I thought you had 1 that you have on the market to sell. It might be unsold out. I know what happened with Shelley and them, right?
So, Vincent, question. So, for example, when Shelley gonna show her property, we just gonna see her property on the screen, right? That's how it works.
Yeah, so if you yeah, I mean, do you see her screen right now? Can you scroll over?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm getting ready to start. I'm just starting at the beginning here. All right, we there?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, I can't. Okay, here we go.
This is
Hey,
in
this
Tramway,
is,
Will.
Okay.
What's that?
This property's in Tramway.
Yeah, this is 110 Train Drive in Tramway, which is right down the street.
Next.
And as you can see, rotten wood all over here around the windows, and had a new roof on it though.
Mm.
So this house, there's the little nest I told you about, the little pet door out of a window. They had a pet door out of the bathroom window.
Must have been for cats. Yep.
Well, let's
Yeah,
hope so.
cats or squirrel, I don't know what it was, but this guy tried to rehab a little bit at putting this disgusting, ugly face on his fireplace. This was his upgrade. It was his do-it-yourself. Oh, I'm going to put some shiny tile and just some glass tile on this fireplace. So that, I don't know what that was, but yeah, and then they started doing some remodeling, and I don't know what was going on there. Had some renters in there. But at any rate, got this house for $110,000 from the owner.
Directly from the owner?
Pardon me?
It was on the MLS, or you bought it directly from the owner?
No, I bought it directly from the owner. Actually, we rehabbed a house 3 doors down, and he saw our sign and called us. So,
Fantastic. Awesome.
It's fantastic.
so 3
Mhm.
doors down, we did 204 Trailway Drive and sold that after 20 days on the market. And are these moving forward? These pictures?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. All right. So anyway, I had a new roof, so any of these things in the ceiling, luckily, were not an issue. But
Mm.
I don't know where I didn't see the back porch. I must have gone the wrong way.
Hmm.
All right, now we're getting the backyard. So we put about, I want to say, I have to ask Michael, but I think 50,000 in it, 45, something like that.
Mhm.
So what you did as a rehab? You say the roof was there, you fixed the siding.
Yeah. So I'm getting ready to show you the afters. All right, you see that all right?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, so obviously we replaced the rotten wood everywhere. They had, this is a cypress siding they have at Burling G. Myers. So you just kind of pick up what you need. These kinds of houses are all over Somerville and North Charleston.
And full of tramway.
They're in Tramway, they're in Kings
Yeah.
Grant.
Yep.
They're in,
A lot of subdivisions.
oh my gosh, I see them all over.
Yeah.
This house is identical to the one we did on 204 Trailway. Identical.
Mhm.
Well, except for when you walk in, there's not a little step up. But yeah, we replaced the, we gutted it basically. So new floors, took all the texture off the ceiling. And what do you say about that, Will? You say if it's under 200,000, you don't take off the texture, right?
Yeah, but you did it right. You were selling for 200, over 200,000.
Yeah, this is 230.
Yeah, you gotta remove
Yep.
the first one.
Yep,
Yes,
so we removed it. You see the fireplace a little bit different than what the guy had done.
Just a tad. Yeah.
Just a tad different, yeah. So we removed all this up here instead of just taking it, above to the ceiling. We just sheetrocked all that. And, new lighting, new fans. Kept those doors. We were able to keep those. We actually kept the countertops too. So they were solid surface, but luckily a good color. So we kept those. That was and we kept the cabinets too. We've been keeping the cabinets all the time. So
you just paint.
they're sprayed, yeah, and they look like they're brand new, New appliances. The subway tile was put in.
What kind of floor is that? Is a laminate or?
Yes, it is.
Okay, looks great.
Thank you.
Mhm.
And that's the master. We put shades in all the windows. We didn't change the window. We changed the glass in the windows, but we keep the windows, change out anything that needs to be fixed in them. We got a guy that does that. It's a lot less expensive than replacing all the windows. And changed all the interior doors. They were the just flat, plain doors. So changed those out. Changed out this tub and the vanities.
Looks great.
Thank you.
But you changed the tiles too, right?
Yes, all this, all that tile and there was nothing on the floor in here.
No.
And now the hardware and everything in the bath in the closets was already there. That's about the only thing that stayed. That's a guest bedroom. That is the hall bath, not the master, the guest bath. And the back porch basically just kept the ceiling, painted it, put up this knee wall, changed the door, painted the floor.
Looks great compared to what it did.
Pre-screened it. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
kind of a mess back there. And we just had the fence was already there except for on both sides of the house, so we just finished it off.
Did you paint the fence too?
We did. We paint the fence because it just looks so terrible, it's so old and it's stained, but it's a solid stain. And I guess that was the last picture. I'm not sure.
Got a question on the doors, on the interior doors. Did you put those interior doors?
Did I what?
Did you put a new interior doors or no?
Yes. I changed the interior doors. I don't like those flat panel doors. I think they look cheap, and I like 2-panel doors or 3-panel doors. So I'm not crazy about 6-panel doors for some reason. I just think these look better. That's just my own personal opinion.
On the
They're like $52, So
the pantry of the property, you left the flat door. Why is that?
I'm sorry.
On the pantry of the
Oh,
kitchen?
because it was a special order size,
Oh, okay.
and I didn't want to special order it. So
Gotcha.
and it was separate from the rest of the house. I didn't really think about it,
Did you put all those not floodlight, all those candle lights or?
No, they were there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we had to replace the or paint. I can't remember. I think we had to replace them on this one. The house we're on right now, which is also in the same neighborhood, they're fine. We don't have to change them. So
Let me ask a question. How much you pay to paint the cabinets on the kitchen?
just the cabinets themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta ask Michael that because it was the same painter did the whole inside and out basically. So separately, it was like one price.
Okay.
I'm not really sure, to be honest with you.
If those cabinets needs to be replaced, which I always do in my houses,
Right.
I would pay for those cabinets probably about $300 to $3,500.
Okay. And then you have to paint them, or they're just already good to go?
I'm sorry?
They're painted already?
Yes.
Okay. Is that including installation you pay $3,500?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I paid less than that. I can tell you that.
That's good. But
A lot less.
Fantastic.
A lot less than that. I know that. I don't know exactly how much the kitchen was, but I'm going to say a couple grand or 1,500.
Okay. But because you say you saved the countertops, it was a good call to paint.
Yeah.
You said it. It looks good. Overall, looks very, very, very good.
Thank you.
Yes.
Countertops, I was going to take them out, and I was like, nah, I think my colors are going to work with that. It's not granite, but it still looks nice. It had been replaced earlier, so.
What kind of countertops is it?
I don't even know. It's just some kind of solid surface. I don't.
Mhm.
I think
Is
it's
that-
the resurfaced countertop that they do around here too.
Yeah.
That's what it
So you
looks
think
like.
it's something that went over it? Okay.
No, people does that a lot of that in Florida. They do a lot of that in Florida. It's expensive. It's expensive to do that. It ain't cheap.
Oh yeah, I bet. Yeah, and the house we're working on now, we had to replace them because.
The freezer refrigerator on the left there, that's the one you had to fight Lowe's over? No, if I saw you.
I did have to fight. No, I ended up getting Lowe's. Oh my God. Yeah. Yes, you're right, Tommy. Yeah, I had it ordered and they didn't have it, and then they gave me the one on the floor, and they brought it over and they dented it.
Mm.
As soon as they brought it over, so I had to take it back. And this one actually came from Sears Outlet because I couldn't get Lowe's to get me anything fast enough. So
Well, you got them to upgrade the one that you had bought. And
yeah,
then,
I did.
And then they dented that one.
Yep. Yeah, they gave me a $500 more refrigerator for the same price, and then they got there and they dented the whole front of it.
Oh God.
I was not happy.
Mm.
All right, so that's all I got on that. And
Anybody had a question?
How long did it take?
how long did it
Do we
take?
have- Yeah.
1 month.
Good job.
And 22 days on the market. Well, no, wait, that one's still on the market. It's under contract now, but
Yeah.
about
How many contractors and stuff was you having to work in there?
3.
3?
Yeah, we use the same guys for everything. So we got
Right.
our flooring guy, we got our paint crew, and we have an all-purpose guy that just works for us.
Right.
That does anything and everything.
You just had backside and elbows going in there then if you got it done in a month.
No, actually, since we got this other job that we've been on for 2 weeks, sometimes they're at one, the painters are at one, and another crew's at the other one. So no, they're
Right.
not each other's ways at all. It's usually just one at a time.
And you said it was around $4,500.
Yes. I'm sorry. Wait. Say that again.
What did you say the repair cost?
$40,000.
40,000. Okay. Mm-hmm. Hey.
Santa, if she would pay $4,500 for that construction, she'll be my hero.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. 4,500. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought I said 45. Maybe I didn't. I speak a lot of Geechanese, so people don't know.
You said 100 instead of 1,000.
Yeah.
She'd be a magician.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord have mercy, man.
See, I know I was asking. I know what I was asking. I just didn't say it right, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah, so tramway's become a honey hole for y'all, right?
It has.
Because I've seen quite a few houses and stuff in that area because I got some friends that live over there, and I've did a couple of houses there, or flipped a couple of houses out of there, and found some that was on foreclosure, and I actually had one that was probate. So
there's a wholesaler that's got one right down the street from the one we're on right now, but God, it is bad. Would not do that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I even went with some realtors over there. That's some good friends of mine that live in that neighborhood. And I had to go. They asked me. They've been trying to put that house on the market, and it wasn't doing anything. It was just too much. And there was a couple in there, and the woman was a contractor, self-contracting, and she did all the work. And of course, so the value of a person doing something on their own house is worth a lot more to them than it is to anybody else. And that was their problem. And they asked me, well, would you go put her in reality? And I really hurt her feelings. I really did. I didn't mean to. I had to just go in and do what it took to bring her back to reality, though. And they finally got.
So who's gonna be the next house?
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I can take a shot. I didn't mean to do that. Sorry.
I have Minion here with me now, so we can tour the outside of this house. There it
Okay.
is. Say hi.
Hey.
Oh, you got my digital Zoom background going?
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all in San Francisco.
Yeah, I'm out here chilling in San Francisco.
Man, how the heck you can show properties in San Francisco, man?
Hey, it's like technology, man. Technology.
That's good. That's good.
She took that idea from me. She stole it from me.
Now
That's
it's prepping for you. Come on. Let's see. Turn the video. Yeah.
Yeah, you can turn it.
Oh, there you go.
Wait.
You are in San Francisco. I see it now.
Wait a minute. No.
Hey, shoot, come on.
Wait.
Oh my
Come
God.
on, man. Hey, you can do that, man. Come
That
on.
looks,
Oh.
okay, wait.
I'm tripping on the background.
Yeah, okay, I need to turn the background off so we can actually show the property.
Up now.
Wait a minute.
It's getting excited,
That's
boy.
pretty funny.
Wait.
Maybe leave and go back in.
Wait. No, here we go. None. There we
You
go.
wanna
Hey,
go to that house?
you see here?
They're trying to sell us the Golden Gate Bridge right now.
Yeah, I mean, if we can sell you that, I guess we're pretty
You know
good,
what?
right?
I like the background better.
This background?
Yeah, it smells money.
All right. Well, Minion, go ahead.
So can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
All right. So this is a project that we had several different exit strategies on. So even with the pandemic and all that good stuff, we're still good either way. This
What is the
particular
address?
property- Huh?
The address.
105 Deer Run. I mean Goose Creek, Crowfield Plantation.
All right, go ahead, brother.
I'll get into more details in the next Caravan. This one we got on seller financing. Okay, so I didn't use a hard money lender or anything like that. Straight seller financing. So this property was in super bad shape. Been neglected for a long time. It's also sort of a practice project because we plan on acquiring a lot more rentals, and a lot of the rentals require basic work. So far as like painting, drywall, that kind of stuff. So since we're quarantined, I was like, hey, let's have some fun. So I don't know, can you show them up there? The frog room. I'm actually painting the frog room at the moment with sprayer. I'm using Graco sprayers, all that good stuff. One of the first things we did, as you can see on the ground, like no grass would grow here. All right. These oak trees and gum trees take up a lot from the ground. So I rented a boom, a 50-foot boom from Sunbelt Rentals, and I trimmed just about all the trees in the front and in the back. So that opened it up to let some grass grow so we can get some curb appeal in here. Next weekend, we plan to bring in the topsoil and grass seeds since there's sunlight now. We just had the roof done about 3 weeks ago. What else?
I mean, when we got this property, the ground was covered with leaves and branches and all that. I don't think they've done anything in years. So, yeah, even though, you know, it's barely no grass now, it's way better than when we got it.
And we're going to put together a presentation, just going to show the before and after, all the videos and stuff. And I just happened to be flipping through photos from back late last year, and I was looking, I was like, wow, it's totally different. So we have to replace all the decks here in the front and in the back. The color is being changed. The color is going to be, it's more like a deep ocean blue. I don't have it right now. So that's what the color is going to be. So.
You mentioned about the exit strategies in the beginning. Can you elaborate a little bit on that?
So one was to flip it. The second one, we can also live in it, which we kind of do right now, which I don't want to because I don't like Goose Creek. Not offense to anybody, but I don't like Goose Creek.
Man, you should not go like that's like a politician talking, man. Now you're gonna get in trouble, man.
I'm literally a bike ride from your property.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You're right down the street from us.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
What else was I gonna say?
Yes, live in it, and then.
The third one is I can always rent it because I'm in between Westview Elementary and Stratford High School. So, I'm a quick little bike ride from the. Is his name Ted?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm in the same HOA as Ted's property, but where his property is, that's a bit higher end. Over here, these houses are going for what we're gonna do. They're going somewhere around $250 with no renovations. Okay, I'm seeing them go up in the area of about $270, $275. But like I said, we've got more than one exit strategy on this property. So,
how big is the house?
Say what?
What's the square footage of the house?
2,200, I believe. It's either 2,200 or 24.
I think, yeah.
Okay.
2164.
How much?
2164.
Mm-hmm.
How much did you pay for it?
170 on seller finance.
Wow, that's a great, man. Good job, brother.
One what? I'm sorry.
170.
You can see it. It shows up.
170. Okay.
I think this was a very good
Hey,
experience for us with this seller.
Yeah, let me tell you something about this seller. And I have to have this talk with people about rushing deals. Certain markets, man, you can't rush a deal because the people feel like they're going to be scammed. I had to drag this dude out, what, 4 or 5 months?
4 or 5 months, yep.
Over $5,000. I really wanted the house at 165. I actually wanted it at 160. I came up to 165 and we were just straight deadlocked. But I knew we had different strategies we could do. And this is not my first flip either. So I understand a little bit more on cost, what I can do myself, things like that. So basically, I just threw it out there. I said, well, hey, you know, if you're dead set on 170, I'll give you 170 on seller financing. He took a day to think about it. He said, yeah.
Yep.
He wanted some money down, but I was like, no, because I got to put money into the property. So we went to closing with just closing costs. That was it.
Yeah, because we had a fireplace that was falling in that we need to remove ASAP. So it wasn't rent ready if that would have been a strategy for us. And this was he inherited, right? And he had tenants, but it's been empty for a couple of months, so he was losing money.
Yeah.
So we at least knew that he had some motivation to get some money in to at least cover what he was losing. So, but that was it took a couple of months.
Yeah, and a lot of the work around the house, we know how to do. So far as anything that's done with a chainsaw, I come from the logging industry. That's why like this landscaping for the trees, the landscaping for the yard, all that's on us. A lot of sweat equity in here. So the return should be pretty good. By the time we do this next month or whenever, I'll have more costs down on paper, things like that. But
I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
How many years on the mortgage he still have it, the seller?
Say what?
How many years on the mortgage he still have it?
I did the seller for 2 years, so I still got about 1.5 years.
No, the seller.
Oh, it's free and clear.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
Yeah. From him, it was free and clear, so he's holding the note. So I went, and this is not one of those promissory note transactions. Like this one has due on sale clause and everything else, just like a normal bank transaction. You know, some people say, well, do that promissory note thing. Hey, that's not going to fly with everybody. People are not stupid, and I wasn't going to, you know, take the money, flip it, and play with it for a while, things like that. I know some gurus out there, they teach that. For me, it doesn't matter because I'm not going to burn the person out of their money regardless. If they want to do a due on sale clause, hey, that's perfectly fine by me.
That's good. And one thing that I really like what you did was that you didn't lost a great deal because of $5,000. That's the problem, guys. Sometimes people so anxious to get the price that they wanted, and they don't think on the long run. I mean, I think you did an awesome job by paying $5,000 extra. And man, you did a great deal. Congratulations.
Thank you. And we have an investor mindset. I had mine longer than Ida, but when it kicked in on Ida, it kind of backfired on me because my thing is, I'm like, hey man, I'm not paying $2,000 a month rent when I got a house I can go live in for a few months. And so I didn't want to come out here to Goose Creek because we used to live in Mount Pleasant, which we are moving back to. But you know,
yeah, I know. No, but I mean, I think for us, when we started realizing we're paying $2K to someone else, live in in an apartment complex with a lot of college kid partying, so you have to call the police in the morning. We said, hey, you know, let's make a adventure out of this, and it sure is.
We'll give them a quick peek of the backyard.
Yeah, let's do that.
So I'm going to show you one of the advantages of living in a house in Goose Creek. I get to go fishing even though I can't catch anything.
I told them about that. Nope.
But one of the advantages of having a house is I got my Oklahoma Joe right there, so I can come back here and barbecue whenever I want to, which I do on a daily basis.
Hey
Yeah,
man, let's do the next day. Next barbecue will be on your backyard, brother. You
Yeah,
got
no,
enough space there.
No, we're happy to do that. He's really good with the grill.
Yeah. As you can see, so that's one of the neighbors over there. That's some gutters that were taken off from the roof. We're getting ready to do the back deck. So there was a lot of negligence to the house, but I can see through the negligence and see what it really would take. Okay. The backyard was covered. You couldn't see anything.
No, it was covered.
It was literally a stack of leaves like this high. It hadn't been raked in at least 2 years. So it was hell just to get that stuff out of here. And so we got a little grass peeking up. I got my firewood.
Yeah, we are very proud of this grass that you can barely see, but it is there. See?
Yeah. But all of the neighbors must love you guys now, huh?
They do.
Yeah.
We're gonna go back to the front. I'm gonna talk about this neighbor here.
Okay.
So as you can see right here, I did trim these as high as I could pretty much. But you can see where over here, there's literally no topsoil or whatever because it was all just washing off. The topsoil that I'm standing on right here is from me digging out the sidewalk. That's how much dirt I got just digging out the sidewalk because only half of the sidewalk showed. And so we're going to bring in topsoil to cover up all these roots. It's making the dirt actually stay up here now. So we're going to make sure we have great curb appeal. One thing I wanted to tell some of the people, you may not think about this. Our neighbor right there has a loud Rottweiler, okay? Today he was being nice. He's chilling, okay? But the issue that I have is if a family comes up here and they want to buy the house and they've got young kids, and as soon as they walk in that backyard, that dog, row, guess what that family's going to do? They're going to turn around and be like, nope, we're not living over there. So that's something from a realtor and investor perspective that you have to pay attention to. We've got a good relationship with them. So we're going to go and talk to them that when we do have like a major open house or showing that they put the dog up. So we keep a good relationship with them. But that's something you have to be careful about if you're going to flip a property that could be to homeowners, dogs make a difference. Oh, and by the way, we are putting up a new fence all the way around.
Oh, yeah.
Just because that's another piece of the curb appeal or backyard appeal. It's having a brand new fence, and plus with the dogs over there, the people need to feel safe. So that's just my little side note about how your neighbors can affect the sale of your property.
Well, in that case, I would involve animal control a couple of times. You know, I mean, he will not going to know that you call it. I would call animal control a couple of times. I have a problem like that before. Mm-hmm. And like after my fourth or fifth call, boy, that situation really changed, you know.
Uh-huh.
I think you should call animal control at least a couple of times so they know what's going on. I mean, it's anonymous. Nobody gonna know you did, but it's always good to start it now. I mean, relationship with the neighbors is important, but when it comes to make money on a property that I'm flipping or whatever, I really don't mind to lose a good neighbor, you know, because I don't gonna live over there for too long, you know. But
we're gonna be gone soon. Let me see. So we're basically almost in April. At some point in May, we'll be living somewhere else.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like, I'm not gonna be here. So I'll call the police. I'll call animal control every day.
Okay, that's good advice.
Yeah. So.
All right, guys. Does anybody have a question on this house? Everybody can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. At least I can.
This is Steve.
No, nobody have a question. Don't worry about it, guys. Come on.
Thanks, Will. Good morning to you too. What is that, the lake, or is that? I'm not sure exactly where Deer Run is, but What pond is that or lake is that?
Man, I don't know. I just know it's in Crowfield Plantation. it's on the map, whatever one is close to it. And
Okay.
I was actually over there fishing yesterday.
Well, trying to fish.
To
put it.
And I'm watching the gators just float by, and I'm like, I think it's about time for me to go.
Yeah. Minion, on the trees and stuff a while ago, and you said you were bringing in some topsoil, and you have been in the logging. You and I have talked about that. I'm a timber buyer also, but whenever you put that dirt in there, remember, don't put the dirt up around the edge of the tree roots, on the edge base of the tree, because you can kill the tree.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See that smile.
You know you're not allowed to cut trees on here, but if they die, then you know.
No, you're not allowed to cut the trees, but if they suddenly die,
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
smile.
All you got to do is bank the dirt up around the base of the tree, and it won't take long.
Okay.
Well, don't give him any ideas now. Come on, I'm the one who have to clean up.
Who said you couldn't cut the trees?
No, you can't cut the trees without a permit from the HOA and from the city.
Yeah.
Not out here.
So what are the main renovations? Sorry.
Vincent, can you cut Steve's microphone?
Now, I will say this. There's a couple of trees in the back that kept getting topped until they got down to the ground.
Yeah.
I didn't technically take my chainsaw and cut and actually fell a tree. I chopped out a piece, then I chopped out another piece, and then next thing I know, it was down to the ground.
Yeah. Vincent does that on the weekend. He cuts he removes trees off his property on the weekend.
That's what I do. Because look, right there where the permits are hanging, the permit is hanging in the window, that's my makeshift office. So I see the city of Goose Creek and Crowfield Plantation when they ride by. I come out and I wave at them. They wave at me. They know I'm watching, and I know they're watching me.
Yeah, because we had a little incident with the fence, because there was some rules apparently that you need to have it on the corner of the house, and the fence was like this when we moved in. So we learned after a while that we were being fined every day. So we became friends with them, but now those rules were overturned though. So
yeah,
we're good.
Kind of went away.
But we found out that we're being fined $750 per month.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's gone now. But yeah, I mean, it's important to have a good relationship with HOA. They're just trying to help. So yeah.
A lot of the HOA people got too much time on their hands.
Yeah, and I will say this. Some of them are better than others, and some are worse than others. I have to say that this HOA is decent.
Yeah.
Because the permits that they make us have is so that there's not like if you take our neighbor right there, they're not going to let you paint those doors, hot pink. The rule is the trim, the garage doors, and the gutters got to be the same color. So if you flip over there, the garage doors, the trim, same color.
Yeah, and there's no bolts on the driveways or things like that.
No,
so I think
they're allowed to bring them in on the weekend. They can stay overnight or maybe 48 hours. That's it. No parking on the street. So I have to say, in some ways, the HOA is good when it comes to the cleanliness of the neighborhood, and helping your home have a better value. But now some HOAs are, they're a stickler. If people leave their trash can out overnight, they don't usually get a ticket. I know other HOAs, if it's out more than 24 hours, you're getting a ticket for it or a fine.
But I think as soon as we walked over there, both of us, and we talked, and they learned what we were doing, they were kind of happy we were cleaning up the neighborhood. So yeah.
Yeah, they were.
But was there a question about what the main renovations are of this house, or did I miss here? Yeah,
that was going to be my question. What are the main renovations that you have to do? Have there been any surprises, and what's your budget for that?
No surprises, really. I mean, it was the roof, right?
The roof was the most.
Yeah, leveling the floor, repaint inside, outside,
But I got some pretty good subcontractors that they do. I actually found them on another project from a house that I have for wholesale. And I saw them working on the house, and the house was just in shambles. And so I went over and talked to them, saw that work that they were doing, saw another property that they were doing in West Ashley. So we got a good relationship. They actually rent from me now. So they're in one of the rental properties, so I don't have to worry about anything wrong with that property. Yeah. Hey, I'm Mr. Creative. I love to work good deals with people. The less headache I have, the better. But main renovations, main one was the roof. I consider the yard and the trees a lot, but because we did it, the cost was very minimal. Okay.
Then the leveling of the floors, new kitchen.
And then your basic, new kitchen.
Paint.
The painting and the flooring.
Removing the popcorn ceiling.
Yeah.
So what do we say the budget?
I'd have to go look.
Yeah.
I'd have to go look.
It's been a moving target, to be honest, since we changed strategy a little bit. So because first we were thinking we will do this really, really quick and pay some more. Now we're doing it, taking a little bit more time, and we have to pay less.
Yeah, and the quarantine is helping.
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden I had all this extra time on my hands. And so I was just like, you know what? Hey, let's do this. So I feel like a master painter already.
Yeah. But we'll have more crisp numbers for you next time, right? When we show you the entire project.
But I have to say I'm not a fan of removing popcorn, but I'm doing it.
You did it good. Quick.
Yeah, I think it was a good one for you guys. I think we did it good.
Well, the reason is, so long-term, I'm not even gonna say long-term is, the goal is for us to hire 1 or 2 people on payroll, and all they're doing is repairing our properties.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Well, that would not work for me because I'm a pain in the butt, but it's a good idea.
Well, I'll put it like this. I'm not going to be, as a small business owner, I try to help the local population. And if it works out better for us to put somebody on payroll and train them, then that's what we're going to do. Because then I don't have to cut grass anymore. I don't have to go pick up trash, things like that.
Yeah.
Or you can, instead of have workers, you can have a partners, small percentage partners that they can do all that too, Like they don't need to be worried about hours or anything, because this is what I'm looking for. That's not how I started with one guy, and now I have 2 that I started, instead of, getting workers, I partner with them, so they manage the property. They're looking for over the people. They go and pick them up material. They do everything, and I just come and check it out once a week or twice a week, make sure everything is good. It's because one time they are partners, they were taking care better of the property. So it's a good idea.
Yeah. No, that's good. That's smart.
We may need to go in the garage or something because this guy's truck is loud.
But I think we are done now, right?
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah, we think we're done. Yeah, we think we're done. Who's the next person, Santa?
I think MG is the next person, and Shelley again.
Okay.
MG, you there?
Huh? How in the world do I get muted so much? Go ahead.
Hey.
All right,
MG
thanks, Ida. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it for y'all showing our property.
Thank you.
you for showing us.
You're welcome.
Bye. Thank you very much. See you guys soon, hopefully.
Hey, MG's got another property to show.
Well, listen, MG had to go to the drugstore and get me medicine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because
Oh,
I'm having an allergy attack.
Oh,
I
God.
think it's a good thing for us to do everything by internet, huh?
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
So he's not making it to the.
Okay. So you're not able to do it?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I can show you the pictures of the last one that just sold in the same neighborhood, but that's it.
You want to do that?
I can do that.
Okay.
Right. I don't have the before. Well, I have a little bit of before. Hang on. All Here's
You got a loud neighbor, eh, Minion?
So what?
Huh?
You got a loud neighbor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
put it on mute.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
All
Well, the kids haven't abided by the quarantine, so their friends are over every day. They're playing baseball in the street, hanging out. And it's like, okay.
right.
Yeah. But I'll mute now then.
Okay, Shelley.
okay. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
so
Yes, we can see.
I don't have
Yeah.
very many before pictures on this computer. Excuse me. But this, like I said, was the same exact floor plan as the other one that I showed you.
Okay.
But we did not replace a floor in here because this guy started a renovation and then he had to move out of state. So we bought it from him. So we didn't have to change the bathtubs or, you know, the countertops, nothing. This was just basically, we didn't have to change anything. We just painted this house, really. Painted it and put new lights in it and new appliances. But this is the before. Well, we had to fix this up too. And then, you know, obviously the outside, because it was.
This is back in Tramway too, right?
Yeah, this is 3 houses down from the other one.
Okay.
So, let's see. Where's the F? Oh, there. Okay, here's. You see that?
Yes.
Okay, so there's the after. So, basically, it was lots of paint on the outside. We didn't have to scrape anything on the. We didn't have to put a roof on it. I don't know what did we do in this house. It was mostly a lot of yard stuff and that back porch, replacing windows, the glass in the windows. But the countertops again, they were actually granite. We painted that we put this backsplash up. Excuse me. But yeah, this was a pretty easy house.
You didn't have to do the fireplace either. Eh?
Well, we painted it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because it was all nasty, dirty, ugly looking. So we just painted it. We put this tile down in front of it. Tile, we put this tile up. I forgot about that. So that's the only difference between this house and the other one is this little step up area right here at the entry. Otherwise, it's identical. You can see that I use the same lights and everything too. Bathroom. The same. I'm very consistent about all that stuff.
Sound like you will.
Yeah.
Same light. Now we did replace that. No, we didn't replace this tub. That tub was already there. Try to remember. Yeah, I think it was paint, lots of paint and repairs on the outside. We did tile this back porch, which I didn't do on the current one. They're like, Shelley, we're not doing that again. We're not putting tile on the back porch. All these little rocks. We had somebody clean up the yard and didn't even know these rocks were in the backyard. They threw all this stuff in the dumpster and then I dug them back out and put them around these flowers. That was fun.
Yeah.
This outbuilding wasn't finished, so we, did put T111 around that and paint it. We did a lot of fence. We had to put a new fence around the whole backyard too. Replace the swing. So yeah, that one took a month. We did more landscaping on this one than anything. All this pavers and all that was done. But that sold in 23 days
Mhm.
for $138,000 and sold it for 220. Spent about
Wow.
30 grand on it.
Mhm.
It's a great pay, I guess. For how long?
A month.
That's amazing. That's
Yeah.
It
amazing.
is. It is.
Thank you.
Yep.
Michael's a slave driver, really. He just like pushes and pushes and pushes. You know? Just, makes everybody move. He's out there and makes sure the crews are doing what they're supposed to be doing. So. Any questions about that? I'm sorry I couldn't take you over to the other one.
Yep. We'll do it next time.
Yeah.
Maybe. Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, the way we do
Yeah.
it, by doing it by Zoom, I mean, hey, we can switch off and do whatever, and we right at the next house, not having to drive. Okay. How many people still on?
I'm still on.
All
Me
10 are
too.
still on.
Secret.
There's 10 people on here.
All right, guys, let's do a round. Let's do a couple of questions and answer. I mean, who got a deal or something like that? Or who got a deal to show up and to tell us who's selling, who looking to buy? Let's get it going till we have the next house.
All right. I'll throw this in. I got a piece of granite. It's I think it's 5 foot wide and 8 foot long. If anybody's got a need for a piece of clean granite, no cuts, no whatever, and it's make me an offer.
Damn, Santa, you selling houses and land and the mobile homes. Now you're going to granite business too?
No, hell, we put a piece of marble in our bath, and that's where I was going to put that and have it cut. But then we decided to go with the marble and a marble sink built in the whole 9 yards, and that to go with our new rehab work we did in the shower. And
I'm just saying because you're embarrassing us. I am here looking to retire already, and you keep going. You make us look bad, man.
no, I don't. No, I don't mean to. If I have to.
No, I don't feel the threat though.
You don't feel the threat? All right.
No, I just feel the love.
Feel the love? All right, baby. Thank you.
Yes. That's how I roll, but I guess we're all different, right, Will?
Yeah, I mean, I want to chill out. I mean, I wish I could. I don't know if I'm going to make, but I want to chill out a little bit, but there's no signs of stopping here, unfortunately.
That's why I said I want
to talk a little bit about what you guys was mentioned a couple of minutes ago about not rushing on the deal. I mean, I have a deal. I mean, was an assisted living facility that I was looking to purchase last year. I think Cassandra went over there with me, James Isla, and what happened was the lady want to sell. She had a broker, and the broker was looking to sell the property, and I was looking to buy the business, which including the property. But Santa get a little bit aggravated with the realtor. He was a young guy, and he was, this kind of idea. And Santa put him on his place. It was a good thing Santa do that, not me, because he would respect me way more than I. So, and the lady didn't want to. She was thinking to sell, but she was not sure. Look like, but she had the property in the market, and friends of friends came and talked to us, and this was last year about the same time in 2019, about March and April. And so I ended up and let that go. I had the money to do in that time, and had the money because I sold a mobile home park that I had in Florida. So I had the money in that time, and but the lady didn't make her mind, and there was nothing that we could do for the lady make her mind. That's unbelievable, right, Sienna?
Right.
And we let her go. We let her go and forget about it. So a couple of days ago, she called me. Hey, you still interested in the property? And I say, dependent. Are you ready to sell it? And she said, yeah, I changed my mind. I was thinking something might happen, but unfortunately didn't happen. So in that time, we was looking to buy that property for $650,000, right? Well, that was a year ago. So, and at this moment, I signed a contract with her for $450,000. So I'm making
Really?
$200,000.
Fantastic.
$200,000 just in a year, just by waiting. You know, but I mean, I was not calling her all the time, but I got a contract with her and no realtor involved, nothing involved.
Fantastic.
So
yeah, because they were trying to sell the property, not the doggone business, and that's what we were there to try to buy the business.
Yeah, we was there because of the business. Because I mean, the property looks fine, but you have to put a lot of money together. The good thing is the property, it's residential, but it easily could be rezoning for commercial. So the idea that the realtor had to be last year was somebody to buy and turn the house in small offices and rent as an office. It's right there by Foley Road, on the corner of a Foley Road, and it's a great property, you know. And I mean, it's amazing. And the good thing was that the license for the facilities is not expired, still going on, still good. So we can just take over the license and you know, and keep working. So that property in that area, after renovated, I could easily charge anybody $3,500, $4,000 a bed, you know, for a private bed. So it's an amazing opportunity, and that's why always I tell the people, never throw your contracts away, never throw your contracts in the trash, because you never know what going on later on. You know what I mean? And safely, I have scanned everything that I spoke with her last year. So when she came, I knew, I went through my notes and I saw what the property needs to be done. And hey, win business. That's amazing thing. Just wait and save your contracts, because you never know what's can happen.
Yeah, that lady's name was MS, wasn't it?
Yes, exactly.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, that was exactly.
Yeah, that and for those that's on there, whenever you got the confusion of stuff that realtor was bringing in, and they are trying to buy the business, and the realtor wants to tell you about, you know, like putting office space in, or that you could, you know, it's only a few miles over to Folly Beach. And I'm thinking, well, ain't nobody in that group that's gonna be wanting to go to Folly Beach if it's a business. A healthcare facility. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. And I also want to throw out there, I have opportunity to rent and then buy another facility in Charleston. That one, I mean, this one in James Island that I'm buying, it's only 16 beds. But I'm looking to purchase probably a 46 or 48 beds out of Utah View area. So that might come in. I might need a couple of partners on that one. If anybody's interested, let me know. But that's a 48 beds, and the lady is renting the business. So I am talking to the owner to see if he can sell me the building and the business. But unfortunately, the owner is kind of harder to deal with. But doesn't matter if I have to rent in the business, still make a lot of money. The lady have a capability to put a 46 people in there. She only have 21. So she's barely making payroll, and she have a lot of people there, and she have a lot of people working over there that does not need to be. So she fall in love with workers, I guess, and paying them when she never can pay. She don't barely make no money, and that's a great opportunity there. So, real estate is not only the property on the houses and commercial buildings. That's many different opportunities there that you might have to take a look at it. So, yeah, that's what's going on with me at this moment.
Well, Will, you know that MG and I are interested in that. So if you get to that, reach out to us, okay?
Sure. You guys came on my mind. I will talk to y'all about this one. I was just looking to finalize the deal first before bring you guys. Listen, the facility is great, but remember the guy don't want to sell it. I don't know why. I don't know what is the reason he don't want to sell. I think he got emotion attached to that facility.
Mm-hmm.
But one point, and again, this guy came to me about 4 years ago looking for sale too. And but he was asking $1 million on the property, and I say, it's how the hell I'm going to invest $1 million in Utah view something?
Right, exactly.
I mean,
You
that's
get the whole town.
Yeah, I mean, you can buy the whole town for that. And then now he kind of coming to his senses, and yeah, I might call you guys and to see what you guys can be part of.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Anybody else have good stories?
Klaus came in. You guys see we got 11 now?
Hey, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Klaus.
Just put myself on mute here. Yeah, it's early still for me.
Man, I was missing you. I was missing your accent, man. Somebody with accent needs to be on this thing, man.
Yeah, not me, the Brazilians. Okay.
The good thing I cannot, define my own accent. So somebody needs to be there and say, shit, we
have. Yeah, Will and I have been to look at the properties, and he said, Santa, you go ahead and do the talking, because they don't understand me.
Yeah, they don't understand the word coming out of my mouth, so Santa needs to come in and talk to them.
I've got a quick question. It's kind of chiming back. We have a few different folks in here that weren't on the Tuesday breakfast meeting, and I'd like Will and Ida and Shelly and y'all, just your opinion on the current market. And obviously you guys are still flipping, you're still doing those things. So just real quick, what are you seeing right now, and how are you preparing for the future? Because I know y'all weren't here on Tuesday when we talked about it as well.
Well, let me go first. I think it's kind of slow. It's not stopped, but it's slow. I have 3 properties on the market. I have a closing one of them going to be on Monday. I have another one in Somerville that I think I took some of y'all there. I have seen a lot of showings, but no offers. It's a lot of showing. That one was a lot of showing. On the small one on North Charleston, it's completely stopped. I mean, it's stopped. My last showing was probably about a week ago, and I was thinking to lower the price, but by lowering the price doesn't gonna help much until this virus thing still going. So I think it's slow, but it's still keep going, still keeping going. I remember the Charleston is a great market. Everybody want to come to Charleston still. It's understandable that the government telling everybody to stay home, but you can see it's harder to people stay home with this weather. So people will play baseball at home, go and fish and all that stuff. So
Right.
people over here sounds like to me the people over here is like doing a little vacation than a quarantine.
Yeah. No, and I think I agree, and I also feel that staying in this kind of affordable housing price range is a good thing, because people are always going to need somewhere to live, right? So, and we're actually picking up another rental in Colombia in a couple of weeks. So we will continue, but I guess it slows down. And I also think in a couple of months, we will see a lot of more properties out there, which is of course sad because people are losing their jobs, but it's also an opportunity, right? So we are just working even harder right now, I have to say.
Yeah, and MG and I, you know, we've got this house that is on the market. We got this house, we're in the middle of rehab. We can't stop. You know, you have to keep on moving and just have some faith. But I really did think about what happens if this house doesn't sell and, you know, we have a note due in 6 months, you know, then, you know, I looked at renting, and I did put something out on Facebook, and it was amazing how many people were looking for a place to rent for $1,800 a month, you know, just amazing. Like people just really, really, you know, please let me see this house right now, you know?
Yeah.
I'll let you know in a month. I'll let you know if it's going to be for rent, you know? So,
yeah, we also have a rent-to-own property up in the Baltimore area where we had huge interest in. So I think that's something we will pursue even more rather than trying to do some wholesaling as one of the strategies. So,
right.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Anybody else? Santa, what do you think?
Santa, you're muted. Hold on, let me try to unmute you. Hold on.
I got it.
You got it. Yep.
Yep. So, Will, when you mentioned the healthcare facilities, it might be something you'd like to tell the people, because a lot of people don't understand. We didn't understand. I didn't understand in the beginning because I'd always been looking at the big units, not small ones. But it's the difference of how many people you got, how many beds you got, for what class you would be in, that you didn't want such requirements for certain things, more requirements, more whatever. And then too, if you're doing Social Security patients or whatever.
Okay, so you want me to tell kind of the whole overall?
Yeah, kind of give her overall.
Okay. Well, I came with this on my mind in 2010, but because I went to a coaching section of a whole week. I have a package with what used to be James Smith people, and they put us on a room. I think I paid $5,000. I think was on that time, and they put us on the room on the hotel for 5 days from 8 o'clock in the morning to 8 o'clock at night. You know, and they just teaching us. So for your success, you have to choose 3 different categories. Could be flipping properties and rentals or something else. On my time, I choose flipping properties. I choose owner financing and creating financing, and I choose assisted living facilities. You know, with the market crash on that time, was easier for me to do the flipping and the buy and hold and owner financing and creating financing. But now the last couple of years, I came to start on my assisted living thing. So in Florida, where I started, is a little different than here. In Florida, what we call the magic number is 6 people for a residential care facility. Unfortunately, South Carolina is only 5. But in Florida, for 6 people and up, the regulation would change dramatically. Over here, the 5 and up, the regulation will change dramatically. So I moved my family out of my house that I was living, and I converted that on the assisted living facility, which I learned that I would never do that again. And I don't tell nobody to do that, because it's a lot of headache. It's a lot of wasting time and money. And I remember that when I started to reconvert my own facility, on my house on a facility, the regulation code for the construction changed 3 different times, and the renovation over 3 months ended up being a year and a half. So it was a lot of pressure on me. I was paying mortgage, I was paying, I was doing construction, and every single time that for 3 different times I was ready to do my CO, something always changed, and then you have to go back and mess it up the house. So I would not encourage anybody to do that. So when I was finished that one, this one in Bexley came on my plate, and I bought the one in Bexley, renovate everything, and started the one in Bexley, because the one in Bexley I already had, the lady sold me with the licensing, which was way easier. And the first one that I was doing, it was only 5 beds, and the one in Bexley was 10 beds. So it was a great opportunity. So my mind was to do it everything, to do a private pay facility. So because that's what we was doing in Florida. So over here, people was not familiar with the residential care facilities, and when we started to charge that, people was kind of going crazy. But after, because it was too expensive for them, so I had to change my business plan. So I opened 4 of my beds for a section, not section 8, a OSS, which is a government pay. They only pay $1,300 each for a bed, but at least could start it, could keep my bill going, because I was paying mortgage, I was paying for licensing and everything. So I have to open for 4 people, which I still have the 4, but after that, the private pay started coming, and I almost full already on Bexley. So was a great learning, and I would not encourage anybody to start this by themselves, because it was a lot of painful moments. It was a lot of painful painful experience. Unfortunately, at least over here in Charleston, I can tell for Charleston, because I know I'm here. Unfortunately, over here, that all majority, I would say 80% of the people that work with the seniors are only for the money, not for the seniors. Unfortunately, that including doctors, nurses, therapists, everybody. I mean, 80% of them on this business, on the senior business, doesn't matter if an assisted living or whatever, they only for the money. They are not for to help the seniors, and it's harder to see that, but I mean, it is what it is. So, and I didn't open a what I say a I didn't did a teaching on this subject, because I still learning. I don't want to teach anybody something that I don't know and I don't feel comfortable. Tell the truth, I still learning. Each day I am learning new stuff, on this year and a half that I'm dealing already with this property in North Charleston. I have been really close with the Department of Health, the HEC, with the chief engineer for the construction side, and with the licensing people. So I have been really closer with them. And this is a tight market over here in North Charleston area. You have, I would say, you have 3 kind of categories of assisted living over here. You have the expensive ones, which is the big buildings, the ones that charge you 5,000 up. Some assisted living in Mount Pleasant is charging 11,000 a month. It's huge. It's huge. And it's a lot of money. But unfortunately, by charging $11,000 a month, the company only have the facility. I think they cannot break the 60% of residents, because I mean, it's 11,000 is a lot of money, but it's a lot of money. So the second people would be people like me that have small facilities, a nice place, and that can charge anywhere between 2,000 all the way to 4,000. And the third people was the field assistant living that is still around, that get everybody, that they have all the OSS government payee, you know. And I seen the need of more OSS, because nobody, and the people that come in a business now, they all want a private base. So the people, OSS people, have no other place to go. So that's a great market there. But unfortunately, they don't pay what we wanted. But if you have a bigger facility, 40 beds or more, if you make the calculation, $1,300 a month per bed, it's a great income. If you know how to figure out the numbers, if you work well with your staffing, if you work well with food and all your expenses, you still can make good money. But guess what? The big investors don't want to deal. So that's an opportunity to us, small people, investors, you know, to get in there on a business and make some money. But again, the primary goal on this business cannot be making money, because sometimes I can tell you, before I started making money on this business, I waited probably a year and 2 months, 12 months or 13 months. You know, now is when I started to making something and be out of the water. You know, so if it was for money, I would drop this thing a long time ago, because it's not what I thought when I started, you know. But now I have a better understanding of the business. Now I have a better way to manage the business. So it's a blessing. It's a blessing. So the primary goal in this business is not making money. You gotta be to help people. Because guess what? Sometimes your night staff would call you and say, oh, I'm sorry, my car can't start, I can't go. Somebody needs to be with these people. Guess who's going to end up being? Will be you, you know, unless you have a good staff in that you can call them immediately and they can show up. On my case, I have Cynthia, which is my manager for my assistant living. She's amazing. I don't know where I would be if it was not because of her. She's amazing. She's my manager, and she's amazing. So you need to think on that, because if you are on a vacation or on a I don't know, a holiday or a party or whatever, and your staffing just called last minute and say, oh, I cannot be there because my kid it's going, I had to take my kid to the hospital, or my car don't start. Sometimes it's a lie. I know that, but hey, somebody needs to be with these people. They cannot be alone. And who are you? And the question is, are you willing to drop everything and go to the facility, stay with your resident for that particular day, or not? You know, that's the downsides. Well, I remember one day that I was at my facility taking care of my people. Santa went to visit me and just talk about stuff, about business, and my wife called me and said, you know, that my daughter needs to go to hospital. I was like, oh my gosh, what I doing now? And Santa ended up being the caregiver for a night.
I got some good sleep too. I was right across the hall. And
he ended up being the caregiver for the night, and I went to take my daughter to the hospital, and it was a painful moment for me, but I think he enjoyed, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you know, that's the business. It is a great retirement opportunity. Hey, that's why I did this. This will be my retirement. It's a great retirement opportunity. This is a proven business that doesn't matter if the market go up and down, you're always gonna make your money. That's what I am focused at this moment. It's you know, the business that is economy proof. You know, I of course, apartment complex, it was a great business, but I just get tired. I sold everything that I had, and this will be something that I'm gonna invest my money long run. At this moment, I already have plans to do 3 triplexes which gonna be a 9 units, 5 bed each one. So I am looking to focus on this business. Yes, it's a lot of assisted living facilities there, but nobody's doing exactly what I'm doing. And I see a future in this business. It's predicted that by 2030, I mean, we're gonna have a lot of seniors that need a place to stay, and nobody, they don't have a place to go. They don't have a place to go. So this is a long run business, and I think I'm blessed to be in this business. And anybody of y'all, like Shelly came to me and talked to me and asked a couple of questions. Anybody of y'all that looking to come to this business, I would not encourage you to do by yourself, but if you want to be part of it, let us know. We might can work with you and partner with you. I will tell it, like I always do, I will tell her anything that I know. Unfortunately, I cannot give much information because I'm still learning. But I mean, if I can help you with you guys, come on, come and talk to me. And this is a great business. Think about it, guys. On the first facility will be painful. I'm not gonna lie to you. The first facility will be painful. But would you prefer to rent a house or for $1,500 or a bed for a $1,500? So you rent a bed and a room where you can put 3 people. Think about it. On one room of the house, you're making $4,500 instead you'll make $1,500. So it's a great business. But of course, with a great business come a great amount of headaches. And the first facility will be like that. But after that, you put a system, you put a duplicate system together, and you just keeping by facilities and making more money and helping more people. I remember one time that I was on a conference with Les Brown. He said the greater way to do it and to make money is to do what you love and find somebody to pay for that. So I love to deal with seniors, and they pay. So that's good. I think it's a great business.
Will, on that, and you was talking about the elderly people, and they were doing government pay. In the veterans, don't they pay up to like $2,800 a month?
Go ahead. Go repeat your question, Santa. My daughter just called me over here, and you cut it. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Well, you was mentioning a while ago that the government's only paying small amount of money, $1,500-1,800 a month. Doesn't the veteran pay like $2,800? But I know it's a lot of paperwork.
No, the veterans changed. They used to pay that. They changed the program because they want the veterans to own their own home or get a rental.
Okay. You muted.
What they're trying to do is work with Section 8. Work with the Section 8 and help people get a place to rent. So now I just find out a new program that they didn't come out yet, but they're about to come out.
You muted.
Way up to $4,000, depending on the need of the veteran, for them to stay at the facility. Heck, I have a veteran over here with me at this moment. They pay put a good portion just for us to keep the eye on him, and because we are gated facility, they pay more of that because they cannot get out of the place. The problem with the veterans that they used to come to these open facilities and they stay in the facilities doing night, but at day to do the business, they're going to smoke and drink and do whatever, do drugs or whatever. But the good thing about our facility over here, we get it. Nobody get in, nobody get out unless we allow them. So it's a great programs there, but that program of $2,800 went away, Santa. And at this moment, OSS would pay about $1,400 a month, but you have to return some money back to the resident. You ended up with the $1,356 about that.
Okay. Thank you. All right.
Any question, guys? Well, if it's no question, it's about 11 o'clock. I think we're good for today. Don't you think, Santa?
Yes, I do. Yep. And
Yeah,
I
thank you
think
guys for setting this up. Really good.
Yeah, it was good.
Great. Well, maybe we can do it a little more because I was even trying, and if I was even trying to get on, and I found out Eden had. She was already figured it out, and then Will call. I mean, Felix comes on, then Will comes on. Yeah, okay. But maybe we can get together and work these things out and have some test runs, and where we can. I know that people already know how to do this, and thank God y'all do. Okay, but it's a lot of us that don't know the ins and outs about that, and we're learning that. We're gonna have to learn that. We got to learn to change our business models. We got to change a lot of stuff, and but at least we can talk on the phone, show like we've done today. Did the breakfast meeting on it. Susan did the ladies meeting. But I like to be to go where we face to face. I really do. I love that. But right now we can't do that. It's not safe for our people. It's not safe for us. So we're going to try to keep doing the Zoom, and anybody can add anything to it. Please get in touch with us. Let us know what we can do. How we can do it, we'll try it. Okay?
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Thank everybody.
Perfect. Thank you.
And be safe. Be safe. That's the main important because nobody can do anything when they're sick. So thank you, everybody, and hope we see each other soon.
Yeah.
Well,
thank
we'll
you,
see
guys.
everybody Tuesday morning for breakfast.
There you go.
For
And say
breakfast.
a big
Here we
prayer.
go. Hallelujah. Stephen, you did something good. Remind us about the breakfast. I love you,
Yeah,
man.
and Santa, the recording, how's that going to be available? Because I know Klaus came in late. So you might want to see what he missed and all that.
So I'm recording it right now. Yeah. But this is the first time we've recorded, so I need to make sure that it all worked. So,
okay.
But my little thing says it's recording.
And I just noticed I was recording it too.
Okay.
All right, but and everybody just take a moment, and just take 1 minute if it's nothing more than that. Just stop your day and say a prayer for this country. We got to beat this thing. We won't see this country like it was. I hope we can come back and bring it back fast. But there's a lot of people that's hurting out there, and there's a lot of people that's passed away. There's a lot of people that's sick, and from what I understand from the coronavirus, it is an awful virus for pain for people that they're in it, and some of them, the ones that's come out that's had it, they feel very lucky, and but I appreciate it. Just keep a prayer in your heart and for this country, and hope that we can endure all this. I love all of you.
Well, two things over here, guys.
Thank you.
I wanna appreciate Vincent to put all this together. Thank you very much, Vincent. You did an awesome job.
Thank you, Vincent.
I really appreciate it.
Happy to help y'all.
And Santa, I want to again, in front of everybody, say, stay home. Don't go show no properties or anything. Stay home. Stay home. If you need to show any property, give me a call, David or one of us. We're going to show you property, but you keep your butt home. Stay home.
Okay,
Yeah.
I might be giving you a call. I got some people from Florence that's coming.
Sure.
Yeah, you need to, Santa.
Let me know.
Right.
Stay home. Let me know. I can go. Listen. I not what I have more time in my day here right now. So let me know. I can go show you property. But you stay home and you do it. You do all the talking by phone. But as long as you're not in presence of people, it's good for me.
Well, I'm burning about 3 batteries a day now. So. Seriously.
Good. That's
and
good.
I'm plugged in right now. I had a full battery. Yeah.
Awesome, guys. Thank you all very much. You all have a great day. Be safe. Thanks, man.
Thank you so much. Stay safe.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.